I don't think we've been at this long enough to call a recess for a few minutes, so we'll move right on to the town board meeting. And I'm going to call to order the town board meeting of November 14th, 2013, beginning at 6:35. Clerk Salentine, could you call the roll, please?
Chairman John Merrick,
Present.
Supervisors Joe Bansky,
Present.
Larry Wolf,
Here.
Mike Leska, sorry.
Both of us are here.
Okay, good. Brian Fisher,
Here.
Attorney Hector De La Mora,
Present.
and Clerk Treasurer Salentine.
Thank you. And we'll proceed on with citizens' comments.
Good evening. Sandy Hom, West 230 South 3827, Milky Way Road. I know it's easy to become frustrated when those you are working with do not go along with your desires, making your efforts all the more difficult. But engaging in bickering, belittling, and verbal assault serves no good purpose and only makes matters worse. The remark, "That's your cue, Mike," by Supervisor Floor at Monday's meeting is one example. It was absolutely nothing more than a mean-spirited dig. Please try to work together and not at odds with each other. Unlike apprehending intruders at my home, here at the town hall I record these meetings openly and publicly. I want to share that in the summer of 2012, in this building, at what I thought was a private meeting, the meeting was secretly recorded, without my permission, by the elected official that asked for the meeting. Be forewarned. Assume you are being recorded. As for tonight's current business, Item A is a public meeting. It seems the topic of the 2012 audit is open to allow input from interested parties. I'm interested in knowing why this topic is being used in the ongoing political smear campaign against the past chairman and some current board members. Item B is the engagement of a financial auditor. I guess this is requested because one of you has independently destroyed our relationship with Clifton Larson, engaged in a formal written complaint against them, and perhaps now we face a legal battle. On a similar note, I can't imagine disengaging the town's perfectly fine IT vendor just to establish a new relationship with a different company. Item H is the rollover of vacation time. I support all town employees, which includes making sure they are given the opportunity to take all their vacation before it expires. Item J is the question arises under what authority the chairman filed a complaint against the town's accounting and auditing firm. This whole thing is sad, and as is the need for agenda items K, L, M, and N. As for the time for citizens' comments, agenda item O, I support an open-ended opportunity to address this board. The length of meetings certainly hasn't been reduced by the 3-minute rule, as certain board members consume what feels like endless amounts of time attacking their counterparts for not acquiescing to their desires. Let's see how much berating there is tonight, and agenda item B will be a perfect test. The vote will, in my humble opinion, be treated to one way or another, or unanimous. Let's see how much discussion we must endure to get to that point and the pain afterward. Well, I'm sure I'm close to my 3 minutes. Thank you for the opportunity to address me.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice?
My name is Joe Bansky, on record with my efforts. On Tuesday night, a prepared statement identifying the reason for canceling the public hearing for the budget and special meeting of the town electors was read by the town chairman, during which he once again unscrupulously made a statement about people he disagrees with. In an attempt to smear and attack, he made an outlandish statement that Supervisor Laska and myself neglected to act to reschedule the meeting, when in fact we merely disagreed with the new date that was chosen, and we were also limited to debate by the item description on the agenda. To be clear, the agenda, which I believe was reviewed and accepted by the chairman, was woefully inadequate. To be frank, the agenda simply offered an opportunity to establish a new public hearing in November 26th of 2013. This agenda did not allow supervisors to make any change to the other 2 required meetings or to make any suggestion to any other date. In fact, the agenda did not make any reference to the required special meeting of the town electors to approve the tax levy, an essential part to the approval of the town's budget. Unfortunately, we were limited by the open meetings law to either approve or deny the establishment of a public hearing to November 26th only. I would have been supported to establish a public hearing, special meeting of the town electors, and the special meeting of the town board to a more amenable date like December 3rd. And in fact, I seconded that very motion on Tuesday night. Again, a choice I did not have on Monday. I understand that it was a posting of the agenda that led to the first problem. It was the agenda for the meeting that led to the second, not Mike Laska or myself. In fact, during Monday's meeting, Supervisor Laska described his objection to the date of November 26th as being the Thanksgiving holiday and deer hunting plans or commitments that residents be able to attend. Certainly, any reasonable resident could see that Mr. Laska was not being neglectful. Rather, he was being considerate for the residents' desires to attend a budget meeting and plans for the holiday season. I support Mr. Laska's view and voted as such. Again, our opinion or disdain for a particular date in order to be considerate of residents does not in any way rise to either of us neglecting our commitment to serve the town. Please stop taking such uncivilized liberty with the use of words in an effort to discredit people you disagree with. Finally, I note that the assistant clerk, clerk treasurer, Supervisor Laska, and myself have been in office these past few budget cycles. During that time, no neglectful errors led to the chaos and debacle like occurred this year under the new chairman's direction. Perhaps the neglect he spoke of was in fact his own neglect to make certain that one of the most important meetings of the town electorate was properly noticed. After all, I believe by ordinance that exact type of supervision is his job.
I'll address that, Mr. Vansky. What ordinance is that?
2-3-4A4.
Says that I'm supposed to post a meeting on minutes?
2-3-A4 says, general duties of the town board chairperson shall assure administration of the statutes, supervise the administration of the Wisconsin statutes relating to the town and town operations to see that they are faithfully executed.
Mr.
In fact, the
Vansky, I
agenda
don't
was
post
not
the meeting
posted.
minutes. Please have a seat. Thank you. Anybody else that would like to speak this evening? Then we'll move on.
I'm Wayne Schrader, been in the township since 1971. Attended a lot of these meetings. Something is amiss here. And I don't know how to express it, but I hesitated coming to the township meetings. I thought, well, I'll give it a chance again, I'll come tonight. I'm sick and tired of looking at the now newspaper articles, and I just seem to get the impression that this board is composed of people 2 for something, 3 against. I don't know what's going on, but are we going to get to some kind of pacified meeting and where people can discuss things, get into some agreement, and not have it spill over into the now newspaper, the Waukesha? I really would appreciate it because I'd like to get back to these meetings, but I'd like to see some cooperative spirit and understanding one another. I just don't understand what's happening. So please help me out.
Thank you. Anybody else? Then we'll move on to